The moment you say to someone, you have something, you have a body, you have awareness, you have a mind. First thing that response is, good, how am I going to use it? What purpose does it have? What am I going to get from it? So the idea of teaching using a human communicative vocal verbal language is not to say you have something, because they're going to say, how can I use it? The idea of teaching is to say, find out what you have and don't use it. Just become it. We as teachers, we make mistakes. We say, not with the intent of offering, but the intent of sharing something that I have experienced, and not clarifying that it's not your experience. You have to find your own experience. So therefore, in this teaching quest, we have to, I have to reinforce whatever words come up is nothing to do with you. You have to find your own words, your own practice, your own method, your own way, your own self, your own diagnosed way of discovering that what is never offered. Education is offered, it's not that. Words, language offered, not that. So when you say, what I say to you, hypothetically, your awareness, or even not directed at you, awareness is all that exists. You assume, and you try and establish, well, I must be awareness if all that awareness exists, then I must be it, therefore I must discover it. We're always talking about our own experiences, our own mind, our own consciousness, our own God, our own religion. We mustn't ever forget that. So when a speaker says awareness, and you take it on board as personally, you say, how can I use it? What is it for? Can I understand it? What will it benefit? What will I discover using this awareness that I am? And the discovery is, for each and every one of us, that whatever another says you are, you have to ignore completely. Whatever anything directed at you personally or impersonally, spiritually, religiously, it's not about you, it's about them and their own experience. The experience of this one is, I'm not awareness. I cannot find anything that actually describes that what I am. I can accept all the conditioning and the inherited names of body and mind and personal names and methods and life skills and what we are supposed to be doing, what is good, what is bad. I can accept all these things, but I'm nothing to do with that. The journey of this one is whatever comes has to be seen through. Attention or awareness, whatever you want to call it, Yeah, okay. If I am attention and awareness, then the object is to remove the attention and the awareness, to see through it. I don't want to be attention and awareness for the rest of my infinite life. I don't want to be human for the rest of my infinite life. I don't want to be spirit for the rest of my infinite life. I don't want to be a particular thing. I'm not here to discover one thing. I'm here to discover billions of things that I can become, whether individually or wholesomely. So therefore, the attention is on the attention. Something is being attentive, and something is being attentive to that what is attentive. And in this attention, God appears. Wow, I'm not hooked on God, whatever this God is. I'm not hooked on it. Wow, it's a great experience. I imagine in my mindset that this is absolutely emotionally and sensory the best experience that I have ever had. But it will not remain permanent. It will come and go. Like the skin comes and goes, like the hair comes and goes, like the sun comes and goes, like the light comes and goes, like the sleep comes and goes, like the wakefulness comes, like the thoughts come and go, like the breath comes and goes. So therefore, to think that you're awareness and attentive, and you have to be attentive and aware on specific things, you're stuck. Most are aware and attentive on being the body. I'm stuck as the body. I can't get out of it. Therefore, seeking begins. Therefore, out-of-body experiences occur. Therefore, sometimes depression and stress says, I want to take my own body because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the world. So therefore, I want to move through the world. This one is a transcending life that has no beginning, no end, has no purpose, no logic, just experience, 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 experience. And on the way, God appears. Angels appear, cars appear, houses appear, wives appear, children appear, landscapes appear, countries appear, happiness appears, pain appears, poverty appears, wealth appears. All these things are appearing. And the mind is able to give them names and give them some definition and give them some sort of quality. But I'm not interested in that. Attention is on the attention. The attention is on that I am sailing through. Someone said to me once, many, many years ago, we are like a quality, a substance. And all we're doing is traveling through this wormhole. And on the way in the wormhole, outside of the wormhole, which is encased, but is transparent, you can see through, is all these universes and things. And you can pop out of the wormhole anytime you like and become that thing, or experience that thing, touch it, sensory, listen to it. But you can never get out of the wormhole. And the wormhole is ongoing. It's infinite, limitless, boundless. And when you travel through the wormhole and you don't get out, it is such a beautiful ride. It is very sensitive, essential. It is no fluctuations. It's not jumping out to experience pleasure, which will also experience pain as being the opposing state. You cannot experience one state without the other state, the opposite state, because how will you know? How will you know what pleasure is if pain doesn't come to say, wow, you were in pleasure, now you're in pain. In the wormhole, there only is joy and bliss. And everything that comes and goes is just that, what comes and goes. In my life, I have seen many gods, many angels. They don't have names. They are simply different qualities. Sometimes the mind says, wow, I want to stay with this one. And then that magnetic pull, that gravitational pull says, wow, no, there's something at the end. Knowing full well that there's possibly not an end. It's just a circular life going around and around, around and around. They say it's like that spiral. And when you get to the end, you find you're at the beginning and then you come back. you reverse, and then back again. And it sounds like, oh my God, there's no end. There is no heaven, there is no paradise. Life is heavenly, life is paradisial. When you discover nothing about yourself, when you actually remove everything that you assumed or was told that you are, when you go beyond that mind, which is external to this wormhole, and it's beautiful, everyone pops out. No one remains in the wormhole forever. There's always that popping in and out. And the body goes in each journey, each chapter. There's an inability to pop out because you cannot find something, a mind that is able to pop out. You are just waiting for your next call up. But it matters not if you're a human or a worm. You're not really in the wormhole when you're a human or a worm. You are outside of that wormhole. You are outside of that infinite portal. And that person says, you are traveling through this wormhole infinitely. But go one step and realize, no, you are the wormhole. You are that what creates everything outside of you. Because without you, none of this mind or consciousness or objects and subjects and time and timelessness and light and dark, all these things are of no use. They never existed without you. So don't take anything on board of what the speaker says that is personally directed at you. The teaching is to say, you know what? I have discovered something that is unspeakable, unknowable. I'm not saying it's about this body and this mind, and I'm not saying that there's any special or quality that is separate from anything else. But I wonder if it's possible for you to fully examine and stop being the lazy ego, because that's what this one moved away from, that lazy ego that just took everything for granted. And the world in itself outside is that what is everything that is granted. But I never discovered anything about me. I just assumed that what people were telling me was the truth. Until something called. And the attention on God that called could have created another popping out into a religious, worshipping, celebratory, permanent experience. Permanent meaning longer or more fluctuating than being in a wormhole and seeing God and saying, wow, thank you very much for appearing for me. You know, I'm so honored, I'm so beautiful, but I see through you. Seeing through the thoughts, seeing through the breath, seeing through the body, seeing through, meaning finding out that everything is fake. I see through you. The policeman says to the burglar, I have no evidence, but I know you burgled that house. Because something about you, I see through you. You're not just as it seems. And one day I will discover you. I will discover the truth. And I will prove that you burgled that house. But right now, I have no proof, no evidence. So I must go and seek. So I leave you aside and carry on my journey in this wormhole. And one day, maybe one day, there may be an end. And in the end, if there's an end, you have to be a beginning. So when you find the end, then you have to go, carry on and look for the beginning. And when you find a beginning, must be another end. Does this make sense? Or is this just another vicious circle? Namaste. Thank you for being here. I love you.